today we are doing sweet and sour pork. I'm just showing you simple steps on how to prepare the pork. You clean your pork, you wash your pork, you clean your pork well, you pat dry your pork and make sure that there's no water. As you see, there's no water in my pan. Make sure there's no water. You place it in your dripping pan or your whatever you're going to bake this pork in. So I'm going to add just simple all-purpose seasoning on this pork. I'm not going to use no Bajan seasoning, anything like that. Just a simple all-purpose seasoning that I'm going to place on this pork. What to do with your pork? You make some little marks, little holes into it, so that all the seasoning and the juices will go into the pores of the pork, and they will go into those little holes that you have. Then it will season your pork. You don't have to add no Bajan seasoning to this pork. We're going to add some simple all-purpose seasoning to it. As I said, you can buy a simple package of all-purpose seasoning and you season your pork with the simple package of all-purpose seasoning. All-purpose seasoning is just what you need. It has sufficient salt, it has sufficient flavor, it has onion, it has celery, it has all those things, so you don't need anything else to go with this. Just a simple pack of all-purpose seasoning, or you use your Maggi cubes. What you would add to your all-purpose seasoning is some thyme chopped it finely. Add some thyme to your all-purpose seasoning. So we're going to make this pork a real local pork with good taste, local taste, no foreign taste. We're going to make it with the good local Bajan taste. So this is our all-purpose seasoning mixed with some fine chopped thyme. I'm going to rub in my seasoning now to my pork. I'm going to think that make it get all over on both sides. I'm going to rub in the seasoning to the pork. We're going to cover this, so don't worry about it, because everything will go into this pork while we cover. So you see, you rub it in, it will go into all those holes and any opening that the pork has, it will go in. Then you're going to turn your pork and you're going to add your seasonings to it one more time. Seems to get more seasoning on this side, so I'm going to go over again and paste the other side, because the other side is the more meatier part. So this is what I'm going to do. Add my final touches. Once we get all of that seasoning in there, you need about 4 teaspoonfuls, or you can add more. It depends on the size of your pork. This is just a 5-pound piece that I have, a slab of pork. This is pork shoulder that I have. So you see, I have got my seasoning all in there. Got my seasoning all in there. Then I'm going to add a little sweet and sour. I'm not adding the whole set of seasoning sour at this point, because this is our starting point where our meat have to place in the oven and cook. The sweet and sour, you usually put the sauce on at the end, but you put some on before. I have not made the sweet and sour sauce today, but I am using Ready Done. So here I am using the Kraft sweet and sour sauce. So I'm going to add this to my pork. Usually I would have done it from scratch and used some pineapple juice and some orange juice along with some ketchup, but I'm not going to do that right now. So I'm using the Ready Done sweet and sour sauce. But if you don't have the Ready Done sweet and sour sauce, you can simply add some pineapple juice with some orange juice and add it to some ketchup. You will have the sweetness, or you add a little more sugar to it if it does not taste as sweet as you want it. Here I add my sweet and sour sauce. add some on this side. So when you cover this now, all of the flavor is going to go into that pork. You rub your hand all at the sides of the pork so that the flavor will go all over the sides. You add a little water to your pan, not on the meat, but you add it in the pan itself. You add some water. So I will clean my hands first and then I will add the water. Now you add a little water to the pan. You just want enough water that it will steam. You don't want enough water into this, but you need a little water that your pork will steam. When I cover this with the foil now, or if you have a pan with a cover, you can place the cover on top of your pork, but I did not do this in the one with the cover, so I would cover this now with some foil and place it in the oven. Now here is my finished product. This is the sweet and sour pork, looking all nice and juicy. This is your finished product of the sweet and sour pork. If you wish, you can just add some more sweet and sour over it if you wish, but this is your finished product right here.